I'm here because our family is responsible for the food that is being provided throughout the conference. For me in particular, I grew up under those kinds of activities, and I felt that it was really an opportunity for all of us Hawaiians to realize that that was part of the lifestyle. There's two of them that kind of running the show right now. One happens to be my son, the other one happens to be my nephew. So they grew up under the very similar circumstances that I grew up under. And for me, I feel good that those traditions continue till to the end. We're hoping to be able to share this with the rest of us Kanaka Maoli here. Although, you know, history tells us killing a pig and putting it in an imu is not a daily consumption of what we do. It's generally for very special occasions. We always like to have the pig basically clean from wherever it came from. And so that's the process that they're going through right now. At the right temperature, the hair will start to come off. And the technique that we use to gauge where it's at is if we're able to scoop that water, and you notice he's adjusting it with fresh cold water. If we can put our hands in there 3 times without jerking, then it's right about there. But we've moved away from putting bags on it to this technique that we learn. And that's part of who we are, Hawaiians, you know, we're always innovative. Go easy, go easy.
What's the plug here? Come all the way to me first. Come all the way to me first. Yeah.
So what's the stock?
Get the head underneath first. Yeah. So they're doing another adjustment to it. Okay, good. And they're trying to get the head covered because it's one of the harder places to clean. The pig is on a colder side, so there's a transfer of heat from the pig and water in itself. So later on we'll flip it over the other side. After they took out the hair, you notice that they're using green papaya. Because of the enzymes from the papaya, it helps to whiten out the pig. So that's the purpose of it. Now they're gonna need to take out the na'au or the guts. Okay, the next thing that he'll be focusing on is the liver. He needs to be a little careful with the liver because there's the bile that kind of helps to clear our blood system. It's located right on the kidneys. There's only 2 more things that we're going to take from here. Is the small intestines and the stomach. Okay, the rest we're going to get rid of it. And what he's going to do is stay right against the webbing right here. Yeah, go ahead. You notice we consume all of the pig actually, but if any place that you would really get rid of would be these because of high cholesterol. But then if you look at it from another point of view, we don't kill pigs that often. So it's a specialty and we get to enjoy it. Now, all the doodle is in here. But notice he did it in a rope fashion. Watch what I'm gonna do. The The bulky part of the doo-doo, it's all found in the large intestine. And what he's doing is just clearing it all out. What we're going to do is run it under the water. Okay, okay, look, grab that part. Hang on to it. Hang on. Okay, like, yeah, okay. Just slide it right through. There it is. One of the few things that we don't eat from the pig is the hair and just a few other parts. But other than that, we consume most of it. So what they're doing is just cleaning out all of the blood, and then they'll flip it over and let it dry out. What he's doing is preparing this pig to put it in the Imu. And this is the shoulder part, which is the thickest. So what we've learned from our kupuna is that we need to put rocks in here so that it will be equal to the heat that's outside. But when we put it in the Imu in itself, what happens, they'll be looking for a rock that's basically flat, so that once we put that hot rock in there, it'll close and not take up too much space. And then we'll put one right in the throat area, because that's another thick spot. We put a lot of effort to get this side cooked the same time as the middle part. They will be cutting this part open so that more heat can get through it. And then when we close it, again, because of the rocks, there'll be heat coming from both sides, in the pig and outside of the pig. He tried to get a flat one so that it doesn't fall out.
Yeah?
Watch that. You notice it just exploded. Okay. Okay, one big one right in the middle, Koi. Now you can put them in. Yeah, good. Okay.
Almost even full up, wire over.
Make it level, make it level. Take your time, make it level. Put the bigger ones a little bit on the outside. That's good, right there. Yeah, make it level. What can happen, young boys? We need to put what we call a hali'i on. And if you guys would help us bring all of the banana stumps here, you guys form a line, and then you can give it to them. This is what they call the hali'i. And we use banana stumps because of all the liquid that's in there. Once we put it in there, it'll not only cushion the pig from getting burnt, it creates a lot of steam because of the liquid. We'd like to put emphasis on creating actually a crispy skin. So what we did, notice that in the middle of the Imu, there's only the banana stump. We didn't put any banana leaves right in the middle. We wanted it to have a little more direct heat, and that will help to create the crispiness of the skin. But if it was an older one, we would actually put the banana leaves right under too. Now we're going to put the tea leaves on the top, and part of it is to create the flavor, and then we're going to cover it up with the rest of the banana leaves. Okay, what happens when we put the burlap bag is we start it from the outer edge, so we make sure we have a good cushion or a good seal. Notice that the water, the burlap was soaked in water for all morning, and part of it is to help to create steam. Okay, what we're going to do is put the more cloth type canvas on first. Once upon a time, we only put canvas on it, but where technology allows us to put even heavy duty construction type plastic on it. Come all the way this way, Kiloal. You decide where to stop. No problem. Go some more? I think you're okay. I think you're okay. Okay. Down, and then we're going to fold the corners. Instead of covering the whole
Imu with dirt like we used to. We only put it on the edges now.
Most of the participants, you know, in the conversations that I've been having with them, it says, wow, you know, never realized that, you know, our food not only can taste as good as it's being presented, but how good it is for us.
Yeah. Whatever the mana is, that's what it is. So we look at it differently, but the result is still the same. It's healthy for us, you know, yeah, because that's what it represents, right? You know, this is cool, you know, or kamapua, depending how you look at it, and kalo, haloa. So we eating all of our ancestors, if you may say, so gotta be good. Yeah, number one, it gotta be good, and it's ours. This is not anybody else's one, it's ours. This is who we are, and we gotta think like that. This whole idea of passing it on, we've learned, and I've learned that if you don't, then it'll go in the grave with me. I feel that by sharing it with all of our Kanaka Maoli here today in particular, these traditions live, more importantly. You know, I'm not saying I'm looking to pass on in a very short while, but you know, I'm 73 years old now. The reality is, you know, I need to pass it on. And if I don't, it's my fault.
A lot of our problems are not eating traditional foods, but eating the foods that is presented to us today. And, you know, I've learned that it played a big part on the health conditions that we're in. And if we went back to our traditional foods, it can make a profound difference.
What's done is done. Turn your back on me. Talk about the golden road of opportunity. But the time has come to change the dream. We have tried and